Hello, everybody. I just wanted to tell you and introduce myself again. Um, I live in LLano, Louisiana. I've been doing tarot cards for 39 years or more. Um, I've been cleansing homes, blessing homes, working with the community. I've also got my certification in ministry. Got my letter of standing and also got my credentials. Um, I worked on all that. Also, too, I do spiritual jewelry, and everyone asked me, what does this stand for and everything else. Well, each jewelry, each bracelet, and everything else like this, okay, this bracelet and everything I made for protection, okay? And it will be suited for anyone because I fix it with their aura, their personality, and everything else, okay? And whoever orders this, okay, these bracelets right here, they are only $7, okay? And there's a difference from this bracelet and from the Orisha bracelet, which is um, different. This is the Orisha bracelet. Okay. This is it's all purpose. It's for love. It's for money. It's for protection, health, and everything. Okay. This one is just for protection. Okay. The Orisha is 15. This one is for 7. This one is like an all-purpose. This one is just one purpose. Okay. There's the difference. Okay. Um, I also was trying a new design, almost like the Saints colors. Okay, the gold, and I know their gold is almost like an antiquish one, but there's no beads for that. But these can be used for anything. It's like I can do a bracelet like this, okay, that represents a football team or something like this, but it'll still be yours and it'll be like protection or something like that. It's a positive thing. It's almost like your design, but with a twist, a spiritual twist. Okay. This is the LSU colors. Okay. And this is all good and everything. And I'm also doing, when the kids start school, like the Leesville colors, hornback, all them, any color that you have in your school, okay? I can make a bracelet representing your school colors, okay? But it'll still have a spiritual twist, okay? Like like Leesville. Okay, the elementary school uses black and white, and they used to use gold. Okay, like a yellowish. Um, but the thing is that you get your school colors, or like DeRitter. I think it's blue and white. Rose Pine was purple, black, and white. Um, if I have that right. I'm not really sure because my kids haven't been going to Rose Pine for a long time. But the main thing is that I'll be starting doing the school colors and everything, but they can be used for spiritual things like protecting your child in school, different things like that. It's almost like a blessing on them also. Um, the colored ones that go, it's still $7. The Risha ones is 15. It's different kinds. Okay, the choker right here that I made, another new choker. Okay, this will go with your aura. This could go with anything, okay? And it can be all purpose. I had a lady in Jonesboro just order one, and another lady in Louisiana, Fort Polk, order one, and she came and got her order on Independence Day. And the other one I sent out to Jonesboro, Louisiana. She ordered one with a bracelet and everything, and it's all good. It's all good. Okay, there's now this one is very special. This one is very special because I made this because I deal with a lot of cases as a spiritual advisor, as a psychic, um, of children getting murdered, child abuse, murdered by their parents, murdered by their family members, and you know, and this is a bracelet that represents people against child abuse, okay? And any kind of child abuse, sexual, physical, mental, emotional, and everything else. This bracelet is $7, still $7 and everything else. And this money goes to um, my ministry, which is against any kind of violence, which is domestic violence, child abuse, um, people needing help, people needing advisories and everything. I also talked to a gentleman that bring me my CPAP, and he's a biker, and he is sergeant of arms, and he deals with groups, chapters of bikers that are against child abuse and everything. And the children get almost like sponsored or whatever by these bikers to learn not to be afraid anymore. And these are a blessing. This is a blessing and everything else. Um, the thing is to these bikers are really beautiful people. I didn't meet them all. I just met one, and his job is to take care of people that have health problems. And he brought me my CPAP. He taught me how to do it and everything else, and that was a blessing. And I gave him one of my cards, and I told him, if you ever do a fundraiser dealing with child abuse or anything like that, I will be willing to help. Okay, willing to help to read cards or anything like that if you need my assistance. Um, because I am really against child abuse and everything else. And people who know me know what I went through with my daughter and my son and everything else. And I feel that child abusers don't don't get the justice doesn't care, okay, about sexual abusers or whatever, because the thing is that my child's case was thrown under the table and everything else, and I saw it with my own eyes, and she was definitely consistent in what she had to say and everything else, and it was pushed under the table, I guess, for now and everything else, and I just put it in God's hands now. Um, and there's children out there that die every day of child abuse, neglect, locked in cages, hit, and everything else. I'm also too against anything dealing with hurting animals and everything, especially our fur babies and everything else. And I'm going to design one for that too, because their colors are orange and black against um, animal abuse and everything. And even if you don't have children or anything like that, and you do have a fur baby, and the fur baby is your child and everything, there's a bracelet for that too. So you're not, and this bracelet is against abuse. It's purple and blue and everything. And like I said, every time I sell a bracelet and everything, it helps my family and it helps the ministry and everything else. And they're not expensive either. I also make candles, which is $10 a piece. And the thing is, they give you blessings and everything else. There's one client that took a picture when her candles were burning. There was a an image of an angel right near her candles that were burning, and the thing is, she took a picture of it and everything else. So the spiritual end of my products really, really work. They have helped many people and everything. I just want you to order it if you can, or even message me if you need a prayer. I'm here to pray for you. I burn bay leaves. I pray at night around 12 midnight. I pray for everybody I can. I even pray for the people that need strength now, because this world is a chaos and everything. Um, but I'm always there praying no matter what. And the thing is, with all the jewelry that I make, it goes with your personality, it goes with your image and everything else. So if you order a special one against abuse, just give me a holler. If you want school colors, you just tell me what the colors are, and I will gladly make the bracelet and everything, and then I will tell you when the order is done. Okay. Um, the main thing with all these bracelets and everything else, I make them every day. Your orders I send out, and even if you don't live in Louisiana, I send out the orders to your home. You give me the address. You pay by Walmart to Walmart. I get your money, and when I get your money, your order is sent out. No problem whatsoever. And I have clients that will verify that they have gotten all their orders and everything else. Okay. I want to tell you one thing also. Okay. I do readings, and it's $25 a session. Okay. A 30-minute session. Okay. People come to my house, for a reading, or they get a reading through the phone, and we do the Walmart to Walmart thing there too. And then I schedule an appointment. Okay. There's people out there and everything else, um, that get the reading and everything, say they're going to send Walmart to Walmart and everything, and it never gets done or anything, and then I'm without the fee and with I did the service. Okay. Which is not right for me. It's not right for me or anything. So it's like I said, I keep that in God's hands and let God take care of them. Okay? But the thing is, you need to think about it. You need to think about it every time that you gyp somebody, you promise somebody something, you don't tell the truth, you lie and everything. Karma's going to get you no matter what. Okay? Karma is going to get you thoroughly. So people, you need to start telling the truth and stop lying. Okay? There's so many people that lie to themselves and everything and live their lies and everything else. It's time. We're on borrowed time. We're on borrowed time every day. Count your blessings. Count your blessings that you have what you have and everything else. I've been driving to DeRidder mostly every day. Not me driving, but Billy. because EJ has been going through driving school and everything else, because Billy is not going to be around all the time to bring me to the doctors and everything else. So EJ's going to have to step up to the plate too when I need to go to my appointments also. Um, the thing is that I'm getting my kids set, because my kids set for everything and everything in this world, because I'm not going to be here for a long time. You know, they found another blood clot in my leg and everything else, and on the 13th of June, if 13th of June, if it's still there, they're going to have to do something else, because blood thinners are not doing nothing. Okay, and I take it one day at a time, like I tell you. Um, but I would appreciate if all of you would pray for us and everything, and also order bracelets, candles, whatever, because it helps out my family and it helps out the ministry. And I'm not here begging for money or anything. It keeps me busy, it keeps my mind occupied, and it helps my children do what they need to do. I'm giving you a service or a product, so I'm not begging for anything, okay? So some people can be judgmental in that. Also too, okay? Um, I'm praying for all the people. I've lit candles yesterday. I prayed for the people in blue. I prayed for blacks and whites, any culture and everything. And the main thing is that the devil's taking the toll. And I heard someone say the other day, the devil's taking our children. He is. He is. He's going to take our children. He's going to kill them and everything else. So you need to put your armor on with your children and you, okay? And start telling the truth, and start praising God, and rebuking what you have done in your lifetime. We're on borrowed time. We're always going to be on borrowed time, okay? And the people that have lied through all their lives and never told the truth and manipulated and used people and everything else, you need to stop it. You need to turn right, and you better ask for forgiveness. Because if you don't ask for forgiveness and everything, you're going to make your life through turmoil. There's people out there that are accepting open marriages and everything else. Or going back to their old lives, or doing drugs, or doing whatever. Okay? I'm not judging you, but you people need to change your lives. Okay? Life is not a party. Life is not a celebration. Life is seriousness now. You can stop and smell the roses and everything else, but God is not going to put a package in your hand and say, hey, here, this is what you have to do. God has given you common sense. Okay? You can hate me for what I say and everything else, but it's the truth. People out there think, I'm going to go to heaven. I'm going to go to heaven no matter what I do. Sweetie, you're going to be judged by the man upstairs, okay? From your past and from your life now and the way you live in it, okay? Just because you go to church and everything else, how do you live your life out of church? Do you manipulate people? Do you judge people and everything else? Do you tell lies and everything else? It's like, for instance, an example, okay? You're selling an item, or you're selling something, or you're trying to sell something, get rid of something and everything else. You're going to tell a lie? It's almost like a salesman telling a lie. Well, this is a perfect automobile and everything else. This is a perfect automobile, no problems whatsoever and everything else, knowing way down in your heart there's a lot wrong with the automobile. lying to people. But you're walking through that church and being a hypocrite. Okay? Manipulation. If your family didn't want those problems and everything else, okay? You think someone else is going to want those problems? With an automobile, with a house, with anything? You need to tell the truth. Many a times I've been promised so many things in my life. Promised. Oh, if you sold this, if you did this for me, if you did that, I'll help you out, I'll do this and everything else. Manipulation. I kept my promises. I did what I had to do and I kept my promises. But you know something? In the long run, they're living the good life. I'm the one that kept all the promises and did what I had to do and everything, and I'm here. I'm just here. The thing is, people will think that I'm bitter talking about it, but you know something? It's a lesson in life. A lesson in life, and that's why till this day, my friend Donna, which she's a spiritual advisor too, but she don't trust her intuition yet, and she's learning. And I said, okay, here's a test. I'll give you a picture of me, and you don't know a lot about me. You tell me. The first thing she came out is that you don't trust people. It's the truth. I don't. I can read you. I can read you. I can tell you how to do things and everything else. You know, help you out the best I can because that's my calling. And I'm going to obey God. Do you obey God? Do you obey when he calls on you? Do you obey him when he says, hey, you need to use your gift. You need to use your power. You need to use your influence to help somebody. But are you going to go around and lie and everything and manipulate and judge people because you want something? You want something? Because you want to get rid of something? Or you want to be greedy? God don't work that way. You need to be honest in what you do. Because if you're not honest, you're manipulated, you're jealous of everything, or overly jealous, overly possessive, and everything, and you think, excuse my language, your ass don't stink, you got a problem. You got a problem. If you think there's nothing wrong with you in what you do, and you have a narcissistic personality and everything, and you blame everyone for your problems, you got a problem. You need to deal with your life issues. Okay? It's like, okay, you're a teenager, you're sexually active and everything, and you're not using safety or anything. And then a week later, after you have intercourse or whatever, you go back to your parents and you find out you're pregnant. God gave you common sense. Common sense. Why didn't you use safety? Why didn't you use abstinence? Why didn't you use a rubber, contraceptives, or this or that? But just go full swing in it and everything else. But you don't know what follows that. Pregnancy, STDs, everything you can think of. You think because you're loose and you're easy and everything, you're popular? No, you're not popular at all. People will look at you because you're easy. People will look at you, want to be with you and everything because you give it up and everything. So you think about that. Or women that get into relationships and everything, and the first thing they do is jump into bed with a man. Okay? It doesn't work that way. If he cares for you and loves you, he will wait until you're ready. But it's certain things. You can make all the excuses in the world and everything else. But people have a lot of vanity of themselves, or they want to be loved, or something like that. And that stems from abuse, that stems from mental, physical, and emotional, especially mental. Because people have this thing, if I have sex with them, or they will love me. They won't love you. Some of them won't love you. They know you're easy, and that's it. And I have a daughter, and she's 10 years old. And I don't want her going through the same stuff I went through in life. So that's why I get her ready. That's why I have her have a good life, structure, and everything else. Okay? Use parents out there, some of you have strangers coming over your house, different people coming over your house that can touch your kids. Okay? There's a lot out there. There's a lot of liars. And this video is mostly about truths and lies and everything else and living your lives. Okay? You need to change your lives. I have classes, okay? Dressing for Success, Paranormal, mentoring in Wicca and different things like that. Life lessons, how to improve your life, making things better for yourself. And the thing is, with all of yous, I know yous can change. I have a lot of clients that have changed. Some of them get confused. Some of them like saying, what? But the thing is that they take one day at a time. They give me a holler. They give me a message. And they say, hey, Cynthia, this situation's going on. I need to come and see you. I get them in right away. If I have to stay up until 10 o'clock at night to counsel you or counsel others as they come along, I ain't going to. If you call me up at 9 o'clock at night and say, hey, Cynthia, I need to see you. I need a reading. I'll open up my schedule for you. I'm here for you. Okay? Sometimes I help more people doing the reading and talking to them, counseling them, than some psychiatrists out there that you're paying $100 an hour and you're paying 25 minutes for a 30-minute session. Because I have compassion. They don't have a bedside manner. Okay? So you have to realize that people can be very judgmental in what you do. Okay? People are out there, suffering, and people are out there angry and full of chaos and everything else. You know what all that suffering is? You know all that chaos is? You know all the death is and everything else? That's the devil. The devil's causing all this, and you're falling right into it. Okay? Hate. That's the devil. Okay? People can love each other. It's like two children. Two children, many cultures, whatever. They all get along. Playing at the same park and everything else. But if you put it in their mindset that, hey, you're not supposed to be playing with that one or doing this, doing that, whatever, you're putting hatred in your children's lives. you know. And the thing is, there's people out there that are many cultures that are married to each other, and everything. They have beautiful children and everything else. Okay, the thing is, if you and this is crazy, and if I'm wording this right, okay, all right, your dad, say your dad is black, your mom is Asian or white or whatever culture or whatever, or vice versa with your dad. Okay, you're going to hate yourself because you're half and half. You know, if you can multiply together and have children together and love each other and everything else, why is all this hate? Really? Why is all this hate? If you can marry a beautiful person and you went by their personality, not by their color, not by their race, and you had a beautiful family together and everything else, why is there hate? Really? If you can mate together and multiply and be fruitful, why can't you get along? Why can't you get along? It's not their fault. People need to get along and hug each other and love each other and show compassion. That's what Jesus did. That's what love is. You know? And the thing is, people, cancer does not discriminate. AIDS does not discriminate. None of that. All those diseases do not discriminate or anything. Why do we discriminate each other? Truthfully, why? We all got the same body parts unless you're a female or a male, okay? We may have different cultures, but we may have our mom and dad. Some of us don't. Some of us have dysfunctional families, but that doesn't discriminate either. Drugs don't discriminate or anything like that. People need to show compassion. One act of kindness. One act of kindness. It's like people these days. Your car breaks down and everything else, and people just drive right by you. They don't even ask if you need help or anything else. And the thing is, you can be a godly person. No matter what. I had a lady, we're coming from Walmart, and I had a lady raising money for a family, standing on a corner in the hot, hot sun and everything between Walmart's driveway going towards Tractor Supply and Goodwill. And she's sitting, and she's not sitting there. She's standing there with a sign and a bucket, raising money for a family that lost their house in a fire. I only had $2 to my name and everything, and I gave her my last $2. Today, went to DeRidder. There was children raising money to go to state. I don't live in DeRidder, but the thing is, a child is a child, and it deserves to achieve and everything. And the thing is too, people need to understand, no matter where you come from or anything, children need to achieve. Animals need to live in love. People need to get along and everything else. And I just want you to all know that, my bracelets are on sale, my chokers are on sale, my candles, my bath salts and everything. I have not made the scrubs yet. That will be soon coming out and everything. But I want to be busy. I want to provide for my ministry and my family and everything else. One act of kindness. One act of kindness. Okay? I'm making appointments. I schedule you in, everything. The only day that I cannot do readings is on the 13th, where I get my ultrasound for my leg to see if my blood clot's still there. But that's really it. But I can schedule you in for the rest of the week. $25 a session and everything. And it's not Mama needs a new pair of shoes. Mama has to pay her bills and make sure there's food on the table and make sure the ministry is working good so I can help. And I mean, we went to Save a Lot today and everything. And we bought peanut butter and jelly and everything to give to the local food banks so children can have peanut butter sandwiches and everything else. That's filling and that's nutritious and everything. And if I can do my part without a child being hungry, and if it takes a few dollars or whatever, I'm going to do it. I'm not the richest person in the world, and I'm not close to poverty, but I'm middle class, and middle class is almost near poor. And the thing is that I know there's people out there worse than me. And if I could feed a family with peanut butter sandwiches or families, then I'm going to do it and everything. And I bought a box full and I had them send it to the local boxes and then the local food banks. Plus, on top of that, when me and Billy went today, they were having another thing with peanut butter and jelly, collecting it for the local food bank in DeRidder also, God's Food Box. And they asked if we wanted to add to our bill, peanut butter and jelly. And I said, go ahead. Go ahead and do it and everything. And hey, if I can feed 5 families with peanut butter sandwiches and milk and whatever, if I can do that, hey, it's a blessing to them, not to me. It's a blessing to them that they can eat, because I know how it is to be hungry. When I was a little girl and everything else, and I used to come home and everything, and I opened up that refrigerator, and the only thing you could see was ketchup and mustard, and you had nothing. I know how that was, being hungry and everything. And I would never let another child be hungry again. As I grew older and everything else, I was hungry myself. Me and my kids used to have to go in dumpsters and get food and everything else. So I know how it is. I'm sorry, but it hurts. And no one helped us. No one helped us at all until I reached out and I moved into Rose Pine and everything else, and friends would help me and everything else and help me. And then when my ex wouldn't buy food or anything else like that, we tried. We tried and everything else. But the thing is, never let a child go hungry. If you can spend $7 on a pack of cigarettes, use that $7 to buy them a meal. Macaroni and cheese and hamburger. Simple little meals that can feed your children and your family. You try. Hamburger helper. Things like that. You try. Never hurt a child, never make a child go hungry, and everything. You have a blessed day, and you keep it real and tell the truth and do not tell lies. Okay? Because God will always, always help you. Love you all. Be blessed.